to Natural by Faith. If you're new here, hello and welcome to the family. Please join the family and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified when we upload. So we are still working on our Singleness series, and if you haven't watched the other videos, please do so. So self-control, the definition is an ability to regulate one's emotions, things, and behavior in the fact of temptations and impulse. So having self-control, you already know that there's going to be temptation amongst you, but controlling it is where it gets heavy. Self-control is a process that is necessary for regulating one's behavior in order to activate a special goal. And what is the goal in your singleness? It's saving yourself till marriage if you're a virgin, or if you're not a virgin and you have had sex, it's to refrain for having sex any longer. Having self-discipline starts in your mind from what you see and what you hear, as far as music, TV, things you watch on TV, etc. Me personally, I had to stop watching certain things on TV, and I definitely can't listen to certain music because it triggers me in different ways that I'm not trying to be triggered. And that's one way I have to do to have my self-control. Burning with lust, don't be led by your flesh and how you feel, but be led by God and the Spirit within you. When you really have your mind made up on something you really want, you do whatever you have to do to get it. Such as if you want to get a degree in nursing, you do all your studies, you do whatever you have to do so you can get that degree. And that's the same exact thing. It comes with self-control. Yeah, so if it's really what you want to do, is hold on to it, sit on it, don't use it. Sorry. So if that's something you want to do and you already have your mind set up on it, you're not going to allow anything to come in the way in between it from keeping you from holding on to it. Once your mind is made up, it's no longer hard. It's only hard if you really don't know what you want. God said, if you want to have sex, get married. Simple as that. When you resist the devil, he will flee from you. Say no and take off running. Pray and fast till that burning and that itching stops. May not happen right away, because it's something to be learned. Self-control. God is not controlling it. He gives us free will. And that's why he gives us the fruit of the Spirit of self-control. For us to be able to control that on our own. And trust me, he's there every step of the way, cheering us on. It's up to you. It's up to you. How much do you love your body? How much do you love God more? To resist those desires of your flesh. on God so you don't fall into sin. There are so many scriptures in the Bible that speak about sex and how you should wait for sex before marriage and stuff like that. So most of you may know that I was raised in the church. My grandmother was a pastor, so on and so forth. So I knew about God, and I knew that sex before marriage was not supposed to happen. But as you get older, you kind of do your own thing. So after my divorce and stuff, I was saying to myself, people always would mostly, people would always tell me more than teach me and show me that sex before marriage was, a no-no. That was pretty plain and simple. You can find it in the Bible. But when it comes to masturbation and porn and stuff like that, they just tell you. People just tell you that it's no good. There's nothing really explained about it, of why it's not good, or where in the Bible does it speak of it or anything. So I told myself at one point I was being rebellious, and I'm like, I don't see it anywhere in the Bible. Nobody's ever showed me in the Bible where it says anything about masturbating or, porn, anything like that. So until then, yeah. So when I found my church that I go to now, I was in a group, a single moms group, and me and another friend was talking about, how we was never really taught. It was more told, or was not, you're not supposed to do it. So one class was really a big eye-opener when it comes to that, because they dug really deep. And if I can take everybody, all you guys, to the class, I would, just so you guys could learn what I learned. But I'm going to try my best to share what I've learned and how I overcame it. Reading it, you don't hear all masturbation of porn, but when it's broken down and you see lust. What is lust? When you're watching porn, you're lusting after something. When you're masturbating, you're lusting after something. Even if it's yourself, you're still lusting. And you don't want the anger of God to come. No. And that was a big, wow. No, I don't want to upset God. I don't want to disappoint God. I don't want him to be angry with me because I'm doing this. So that was it's, of course it's not going to be in the Bible saying masturbation, but it says lust, and we're sitting here lusting after things, and I had to change my thinking and things that I watch on TV, things that I listen to. Before it wouldn't bother me going to somebody else's house and they have different music that I don't normally listen to at my house. It wouldn't bother me. But then when I started looking at it as a spiritual thing, of how I would go home and I would have these feelings after listening to that, I knew it was time for me to put my foot down and stop some things. And I remember as a kid, I believe I was a freshman in high school. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. And my sister, it was her senior year in high school. And I would hang out with her and her friend. And one day every morning, her friend would pick us up to go to school. And this particular morning, she picked us up from school, and she had some slow jams, going on. And she's like, I gotta turn this off because, it's getting me in the mood, and I have nothing really to know about sex or anything like that. I'm like, what is this girl talking about? And my sister's saying the same thing. What is this girl talking about? And me as an adult now, I'm like, I get what she's saying. Like, I can't be hearing that. And when I first learned of this, I no longer wanted to disappoint God. So how did I overcome it? It didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of praying and fasting and just staying to myself. As time goes on, it gets easier. But you just think of the bigger picture, what is your ultimate goal? I want to please God. I want to make him happy, for one. If you don't think that masturbation is a big deal, for one reason, when you get married or in a relationship, you're already used to pleasing yourself. So you're not going to give him a chance to even try to do it right, because you already know everything. You know everything. You just know too much. So you're going to be worried about you. That's selfish. We don't want to be selfish. We want to be selfless. We're supposed to be serving others, serving our husband. You can't serve nobody being selfish. And it tells you in the Bible about being greedy. Greedy, selfish. Yeah, that's what you're being. In a marriage, you are learning to get along. In your singleness, you're learning to control your fleshly desires. As I said, there's a lot of different verses in the Bible that can help you, with this. I'll probably look up some and put them in the descriptions down below because it's a lot, and I don't want to make this video too long. But I do want to say another scripture that I like, and it's in the Songs of Solomon 3 and 5, and it reads, I adjure you, O daughter of Jerusalem, by the gazelle, or if those of the field, that you not stir up or awaken love until it pleases. So we shouldn't be awakening those desires. So if whatever you're listening to on the radio or whatever, or even on TV, or your surroundings, it can awaken those feelings. So you gotta set boundaries for yourself and for others. The more temptation you allow in your life and you tolerate it, it's gonna lead to sin because you're already tolerating it. Just remove any type of temptation that's around you or in your life. If you're struggling with the desires of your flesh and you're still having sex or touching yourself. It's okay to start over. It's okay. And create willpower. Follow a plan and stick to it. Good plans have a start line and the finish line. What do I mean by that? I mean, for example, if you're dating and you go on dates by yourself, and he thinks it's romantic for you to come to his house, and he makes you a dinner and it's just you two, I highly advise you not to. Because that's where you have to put your boundaries up, because at the end of the day, we are human and this is our flesh, and things could get out of hand really quickly. So we set up boundaries, we set up a plan, so that way that boundaries don't happen. For example, we go on dates in groups. We don't be by ourselves. You know, even if we're praying together, we're not gonna sit here and pray just me and you, because that's an intimate time. We are gonna pray in groups. You know, be in public places. We're not allowed to be by yourself. Another thing, certain people have different triggers. So a kiss for you may trigger you and not him. So you have to be the big enough person to say, hey, we can't kiss, you know, until marriage. That may seem stupid to some, or, you know, whatever. But no, you have to put your foot down. And if he doesn't respect that, he's not the one for you, hon. Or she's not the one for you, hon. Because this is our battle that we are facing, you know. Holding hands may be okay for one and not the other. You have to figure out what is your where is your line? Where do you draw the line at? Don't push it so far that it's gonna you know, push you at the edge. You know, you want to draw the line before you get to that edge, because all it takes is a little nudge and you're over already, and you're back repenting because you done slipped. And of course, God is going to forgive you, but we want to get to a place where we're strong enough to withstand our ground and the storm, because there's going to be temptation everywhere. You know, the devil's going to tempt us, but we have to practice our self-control and get stronger and stronger and stronger as time goes on. It gets stronger, because trust me, I understand. So how to stay pure: memorize and meditate on the Bible, on these scriptures that are here for you. I will link some scriptures down below that you can meditate on and read on your own free time and learn more. And ask yourself and pray and see what boundaries is it that you need to make for yourself, you know, to help you with this season of singleness, and to stay pure. And remember, we are in this together. I truly pray that this video is blessing your spirit and helping you during your season of singleness, along with the other ones. And please give me a big thumbs up if it is. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for me, and share this video. Share. I appreciate all the love. I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.